Um, Obviously, not too excited about the start, but we worked our way into the game and got there. Third game in 7 days, and with practices and stuff, we just had some minor little nicks and injuries. Trey was kind of a game time decision, so just kind of seeing if he was going to get out there and how warm ups went. Ernest is dealing with something with his upper body too. Everybody was just kind of banged up a little bit, so I tried to sub a little less. But just going into the game, I knew it, and I wanted to try my best to get their mindset and mind frame in the right place. It wasn't there to start. Eventually, we worked our way in there. But what I'm most excited about is 28 assists. If we keep sharing the ball like this, we give ourselves an opportunity to be pretty good offensively. If we can continue to raise our defensive level to where we need to get it to. But with the rebound and the paint touches and the points in the paint, but the 28 assists is what I'm most excited about.
Is that something, you talked a lot to us about defense and physicality and all that. The 28 assists, how much of an emphasis has that been about sharing the ball? Because it's the last couple of games it's been like that.
No, it's been big. It's been big. One is the way that people play us, and it just shows to our team how unselfish we are. And if we play with the right pace and the right speed, you'll be able to make the reads, and everything good comes from the paint. So our high assist numbers come from our paint touches and being able to find the right people. And, of course, Ernest wasn't himself today, but our lob has been a big part of it as well. But a big part of it is just our ability to get in the paint. It opens up for us to get high assist numbers.
There are three big wins at home. Can you talk about how the team has grown in the last 3 games and how they could carry that over to Florida?
Yeah, just playing the game. When you've been practicing for so long and just scrimmaging and stuff, things that happen within the game can kind of throw you off. So, the first game against Jacksonville, they play a 1-3-1. Haven't seen a 1-3-1 for 4 years. Bethune came out and played man, so we had a good flow. We expected Stetson to play zone because they've shown a lot of zone. So just our versatility and our adaptability has been what I've been most excited about. Now, we're a long way from where we need to be, but I feel like we're making steps in the right direction.
You're talking about Malik and Trey. Malik, 22 points and 10 rebounds, and then Trey, even with his little nicks or whatever, he had 10 assists.
Yeah, Malik I've been on him about rebounding. I've been on him. He can score the ball. That's his talent that he just has naturally, that he's able just to put the ball in the goal, but he's got to rebound. That's his next step, becoming a really good player. And I told him, my goal for him is to try to be an All-American. And part of being All-American is he's going to have to rebound at a high level more than this. And Trey, just his growth has been his ability. And I talked to him about coming here, and part of the recruitment was becoming a point guard and becoming a real point guard, not just a scoring point guard, and making himself more of a pass-first point guard. And I think he showed that a little bit today. And as soon as he got in the game, it changed. And it was needed.
Coach Gavin Bischoff, student radio. Early on, or I guess the entire game, Stetson was running kind of a 4-1 zone with those forwards bumping out to the wing,
Yep.
behind corners. What were the adjustments you guys had to make in half-court offense to make that offense click in the first 10 minutes, 11 points?
Yeah. I thought early on we just kind of settled. We settled for threes, settled for jump shots, and we weren't looking in the paint. I thought we played, for lack of a better word, I thought offensively we played really soft. And so once we settled and once we, played how we play and attacked the right way, I thought it opened everything up. But, we came out just chunking threes because of the way they were playing. We weren't getting paint touches. We weren't getting the ball in the high post and attacking the zone like we talk about in practice. And then once we got in the game, then we were able to kind of open everything up.
How's the team doing compared to what you had envisioned 3 games in? Is the team better, the same? What did you envision at this point compared to where the team is?
I haven't really envisioned anything. I'm just taking it day by day, kind of step by step. I felt just watching this throughout the summer, I felt like we could be really good defensively. And now I think that hasn't really shown to the way I wanted to. I was more not concerned, but worried about how we be offensively, just the pieces meshing and matching. And that's a little bit ahead of our defense right now. And usually it's the reverse way, where your defense is ahead of your offense. And I'm always defensive minded. Because ultimately that's going to be what wins games and keeps you in games. I thought we'll be a little bit more ahead where we are now. Now we got a lot of stuff to clean up and we'll get there. But offensively, I've been pleasantly surprised with where we are and what we've been able to do.
Jake Lazar from Florida Teams. You mentioned Trey was a game time decision. He ended up having a second career double-double.
Yep.
Just what does that mean for him, and then as a adversity and how you guys can face it as a team?
It just shows one, just for him, just his importance to us and how much we need him out there to kind of he's our point guard. You know what I mean? Just to give us poise. And, I think also for him, it just shows his growth and where he can get to and what he wants to be and being able to show it live in games and not just in practice. I mean, 10 assists in college is hard to get because of the rules and how the assists are counted. But for him to do that in only 24 minutes is really impressive.
Coach, you got a chance to see Nolan get back in there
Yep.
and play well, 5, 16, 15 minutes. Just what can he bring to this team that we might not know?
For Noam, he really is he's just a point guard in his truest form. He hits open shots. He can make other people make the reads. He's still working his way in. He's about 70% right now, 80% I would say. And it's a different game than the one he's played. Even though he's been a professional for a couple of years, the speed, the rules are a little bit different. Solly is taking the brunt of it, I guess is the right word. He fouls out in 8 minutes, and he's in tears on the bench because he's so pure-hearted, and he's trying to do everything to help us win. And, it's just it's an adjustment. It was adjustment period when they got here for practice. It's going to be adjustment period for the games. So hopefully eventually by the time we, get through these games and play a little bit more, they'll start to get some of that rust off and be a little bit more comfortable.
Good. You touched on the 3 games in 8 days span. What was kind of the plan moving forward? You touched on guys getting hurt, this next stretch.
Yeah, this week we play against Sunday, so we got a couple of days we can take off here and there. And just making sure we're back, like tomorrow be off, and then we'll practice Wednesday. And I got to figure out what we're going to do on Thursday, if we'll take it off or go light, but we'll figure it out. But it's just getting to the game as close to 100% as possible. You know what I mean? And it's just a big part of it. So adjusting practices, how much we go live, how much we don't go live. I just got to make sure when we get to our games, and this is going to be moving forward because – the numbers we have and how the team is built, we can't overexert ourselves too much in practice, but we still got to get a lot done. So just having the right mix of, light days, hard days, and leaning on my sports performance team to give me the numbers of what we need to do.
Early thoughts on Florida. Malik had said, I know all your guys are looking forward to this one. Your thoughts on them?
I mean, how can you not be excited? You get the opportunity to play the defending national champion, a top 5 team. And, like I told the guys, it's not going to be a basketball game. It's a war. It's a fight. They're built a lot like us. This will be the first time we see somebody whose size and physicality kind of match us. And I'm excited about the opportunity to play them, but also excited for the opportunity for our guys to see how good we really are and see how we stack up against a top 5 team. I like my team. I like my guys. And this first early test, it'll be a good one for us. So I'm excited.
Coach, how impressed were you guys to close out defensively, especially on the perimeter early on? They had a couple of deep shots. But
Yeah.
in the second half, nothing really came easy, especially your big guys. Malik was getting out there to the corner.
Yeah.
A lot of guys were getting involved, closing out on those perimeter shots.
It's a big key to the game is limiting their attempts from 3 and trying to take it away. And, I think in the first half, they only made 1 2-point field goal, and that was in transition. They made 7 threes in the first half. And we knew they're coming off a game where they made 16, and they're making almost 13 a game. We knew it, but I just felt we started the game real sluggish. And then once we got going, we were able to close out and take away the threes, and they only got 1 in the second half, and that was kind of what changed it. We knew the way we were guarding, eliminating their paint touches, we'll be able to do, but then it leaves the 3 a little bit open more, so our urgency to close out and take it away wasn't there early.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Thank you. Hi, Michelle Crawford from Miami Herald, since we're all getting to know each other. Malik, it was, I think, the first time you've had 3 20-point games in a row, and 10 rebounds. Can you just talk about, you know, how you were feeling tonight? And then as a team, first time back-to-back 100-point games since 1989. It's been a long time. What's clicking for you guys? Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, we're sharing the ball on offense a lot. I mean, getting down, playing the two sides, getting to the corner, attacking the rim, and just playing off two is just getting us more shots, getting us to the free throw line. And, yeah, we just getting out and running. So, I mean, that helps us with getting more possessions and stuff like that to get those 100-point games. But, yeah, my teammates, they find me a lot in a lot of situations where I'm in the middle. And I'm the facilitator, and they like me in those positions, so I'm able to assist and score points in those areas.
Malik, Jake Lazar, Florida teams. You kind of assert yourself as the dominant scorer in this offense. Is that something that you guys expected or planned for, or just kind of happened throughout the first 3 games this season?
Just being in the right spots. Coach put me in the right spots. I think that's how I'm able to get to my spots. Coach knowing how to use me in the pockets and stuff like that, and then throughout zones, just being that middle guy to put pressure on the defense in the middle. So I think just being in the right position and coach putting me in those positions to be successful is the key to that question.
I apologize. Where do you think this team is 3 games in? Just how would you evaluate how it's going?
I think we're super confident in our ability. I mean, we got a little lackadaisical today. I mean, on the defensive end, and just our start was pretty bad. I blame that on me, but other than that, I mean, we're playing solid defense and we're getting out on the break how we want to, and we're playing our brand of basketball, and we got to just continue to do that no matter who's our opponent. So.
Well, it said at the first time out, you guys had the turnover. Jay calls time out.
Yeah, it was more of like players driven. Like coach was sitting out for a couple minutes before he came into the huddle, and we all knew what needed to be addressed. It was all said by the players, and we got it done. And we came back that next 4 minutes with more effort and more energy to go out there and compete. It was a bunch of people. It was the seniors inputted in that. True inputted. So it was a bunch of communication through all of us, and we kind of knew that we were playing lots of games ago in the beginning. So we all just butted in and knew we had to do a little changing point and bring our energy up.
Shelton, can you talk about your adjustment to the college game, how it's going so far, and also what are you expecting now? You guys have a really big test against Florida. Where do you think you guys are heading into that game?
It's been going smooth. I have great guys around me to keep me comfortable when I'm playing my game. They know what I'm going to do. I'm attacking, trying to get them involved. And I think this next game coming up, we'll just play our brand of basketball. We know that we're going to play defense. We got to play hard at all times. We can't come out slow like we did tonight. So I'm looking forward to that game and seeing where we're going to be at after that.
Everyone's been talking about the defense leading into this season. Did you think that your team would be scoring at will the way you have been so far?
We have a lot of unselfish players on this team, so we had 26 assists tonight, so that just shows how much we share the ball with each other. And I think the defense is just going to stay where it is. We're going to keep building on that, and offense is going to come with it.
Shelton, as a true freshman, just how impressed are you with your start to your college career?
I think I just let the game come to me. I'm not trying to force anything, just play around these guys and just let it flow. But these first 3 games, I've learned a lot about myself, about this team, about college basketball, and I'm just going to keep getting more comfortable playing.
Shelton, one of 4 players, double digits. What's it like having seniors like Trey and Malik help kind of bring you to this level of basketball?
It's just helping me grow up faster playing with these guys. They know the ins and outs of college basketball, so I'm just picking up off their back and just learning as much as I can from these guys.
For either one of y'all, just the level of physicality that y'all are playing with, do y'all see that wearing on defenders, like when y'all are just constantly beating them inside the paint, and how much do y'all thrive in that?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to physicality, that's our brand of basketball right there. I mean, when we get an opportunity to play off 2 and to put our shoulder in somebody's chest, we're going to try to do it every time, get downhill and just get paint touches. That's the most important thing. Once you get inside the paint, everything opens up. So if we could continue to get downhill in situations, especially on the offensive end, and being tough with our chest when we're on defensive end, we're going to be in great situations in every basketball game.
We'll do a couple more. Can you both talk about Coach Lucas? You know, it's our first chance to see him as a head coach, how has he been handling, the beginning of this season? What have you guys learned from him? What's his demeanor been like?
I think he holds us to a high standard coming into this game. He knew what the team was looking at coming in, but he held us to a standard. We started off slow, but he kept us on the gas and whole game. So I just think he's more of a chill coach. He's not going to yell at us or scream at us, but he's going to make sure to get the point across.
Even when you guys got off to a pretty slow start, was it something they were doing, and what was Coach Lucas' message to you in the huddle?
Nah, it was not anything they were doing special. I mean, they came out and played their brand of basketball, and I thought they did. They started off the game pretty well. I mean, it was more of a just pick your stuff up, pick your energy up, and just compete. I mean, I think we didn't start the game off competing. We didn't play we played to the level of their basketball instead of trying to, go out there and compete and play our brand of basketball every single day. So I think that's why we started off bad in the beginning. But as you see, we picked it up and we started playing our brand of basketball and just made it even better for us.
Malik, have you been watching Florida, and what are you expecting from them?
I'm expecting a fight, a war. Like Coach said in the locker room, it's not going to be a basketball. It's going to be a war out there. So I'm expecting to go out there and give them all, blood, shed, a tear. So I hope they're ready too.